Welcome back, everyone. Yokoso. Today we're going to be working on chocolate chunk cookies. We'll get to the chunk, explain that in a little bit. This is one of the first recipes that I can remember making with my mom when I was a kid in New York City. Yeah, chocolate chip cookies. We got to change that chip to chunk, and we'll give you an overview of what's going to happen here. We have 5 groups of ingredients. In our group 1 ingredients, we have our butter, 115 grams, our granulated sugar, 124 grams, and our brown sugar, 180 grams. In our group 2 ingredients, we have our 105 grams of eggs. That's roughly two medium eggs, 9 grams of vanilla. Our group 3 ingredients, we have 4 grams of baking soda, and there's no water here, but we'll get it in a minute. 10 grams of hot water. Group 4 ingredients, we have mixed already together our salt, 4 grams, our all-purpose flour, 265 grams, and bread flour, 65 grams. We just mix those together. And finally, 100 grams of chocolate chunks. What we did is take a chocolate candy bar. This is dark chocolate, and we cut that up. This gives us a nice big chocolate taste instead of the smaller size of the chunks. And then we have 65 grams of walnuts. Okay, so we separated these into groups because this is the way we're going to follow the mixing and incorporating method. We're going to start with group 1, get these together, then add group 2 to group 1, then group 3 to group 1 and 2, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's get started. We have our softened butter here. The important part about this is that this butter should not be melted. There should be no liquid, and it shouldn't be hard either. It shouldn't be straight out of the fridge. You can see with the spatula that it goes right down. It's nice and soft. That's what we want. Softened butter. To that, we're going to add our sugars. And the idea with this is that we just want to incorporate this. We really don't want to cream this. We don't want a lot of air in this at all. We don't want our cookies to be fluffy. So we just need this to get incorporated, mixed together. Doing this by hand is probably the better way to do it. When you do it with a machine, it tends to overmix it. Okay, so we got all of our group 1 ingredients combined. This is what it should look like here, right? To that, we're gonna add our egg and vanilla. You can see the egg is already beaten. And we're gonna get these incorporated as well. So this is what our mixture looks like when we have our ingredients from group 1 and group 2 combined. Nice and smooth, there's no lumps in there. Okay. To that, we're going to add our group 3 ingredients, our baking soda and our hot water. Before we add those though, we want to add the water to the baking soda.
So the oil?
Oil is about 80 degrees.
80度ぐらい。
80度?
むちゃくちゃホットのお湯でいいってことね。
So not very hot, but not tap water either.
Okay.
Because we want that to melt.
溶かしたいからちょっと
Dissolve.
お湯にしてって感じ。
Okay, then we'll get that mixed together. Okay, so we're going to add our group 4 ingredients, our salt, flours together to our other ingredients. This has been mixed a little bit to incorporate, to distribute the salt evenly. Okay, so we're just gonna get this mixed in. Make sure there's no lumps of flour, clumps of sugar. Of flour. Any dry spots at the bottom. So that flour off the side.
アメリカ人はこれを食べるね。
Yeah, we do
Cookie
eat
dough.
cookie dough. Yeah,
日本人では聞いたことないです。
yeah. かわいそう。
なんでクッキー生地を食べんだよこのままパクパク。
Okay.
アイスクリームのように。
So to that, we just add our chocolate chunks and our walnuts.
ウォルナッツはお好みだね。
You should.
え
Oh, no, sorry.
should?
Yeah, you should use walnuts. Some people like to use pecans or pecans, like we say in New York.
ないね、日本には。
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to put this in the refrigerator. It needs to get together, associate with each other, talk. It also needs to get a little bit solid, solidified. If we were to bake these right now, they would spread. And you have these little flat little cookies. So what we're going to do is chill these. You can chill them for about 4 hours. If you want, you can chill them overnight. And then we'll get them in the oven. Okay, we got our cookie dough that has been chilled. You can see it's nice and firm, right? See how firm that is? It doesn't even leave a indent for my finger. What we're gonna do is with our scoop, some of that goodness in there. And in this size pan, I do 6.
結構広がるよね。
Yeah, it's nice and firm. The longer you have it in the refrigerator, it's better. You can probably get away with 4 hours, but longer and better, up until about 8 hours. These are going to go into a 180-degree oven. And our oven doesn't heat evenly. So what I do is at 8 minutes, I take them out, rotate them so that they can brown evenly. Okay, here we go, into the oven. They're out of the oven. We can see that they got a nice little brownness to them. You don't want to make them all brown in the oven, because in that case, when they cool, they'll be a little bit too hard. We want these to be nice and chewy. So it's okay for them to be just in the centers, not all the way cooked. Leave them on the pan for about 3 minutes. They'll continue to bake just a little bit, and then you can enjoy with your family.